I'm with Ray Harmer, Infrastructure Minister, on Douglas Promenade, but what we're going to do is show some pictures of Castletown, because we've already had an interview about what you're going to do here, and I thought it'd be interesting to see the finished work. We talked about it, and in fact let's run those pictures first, the start and the finish, because we did an interview before the event, and remind everyone you had to do something in Castletown because of the problem with flooding, right?
Yeah, and obviously the whole of that back town and the harbour, quite extensive. We saw some damage from about 2 years ago, and obviously that whole area of the infill of the harbour, just it rose completely, massively damaging the houses and the Castletown behind it.
So now we can pick up the picture I took just the other day down there. It's all done. I mean, that's quite a bit of work there, wasn't it?
It's amazing. All credit to all the staff and everything, because it's sometimes we just do things and then we move on to the next thing.
I don't remember hearing it finished, so I went down there and went, wow. I mean, that was a serious kit though.
Yeah, serious, and also it looks really good. Looks really really in keeping with Castletown. It's really sort of finished well, with the stonework and natural stonework with Castletown. It really sort of fits in.
Now you've got a separate fund to deal with this, right? Where's next? I think it's Laxey on your list.
Well, we've got here, and it will. There's two parts of this. This is all about protecting, if you like, the government's assets, and as we do that, protecting private assets. Now, how we do that, it will depend on whether people want that protection. So, obviously, Laxey's Quay is a big area. There's a small area around the harbour and Peel as well. So that it's across the island, and Ramsey, of course.
Well, you want harbour, you want marinas and everything.
Yeah.
Is this, how much funds have you got to set aside?
It's tens of millions for potentially over the next 10, 15, 20 years.
You're telling us Cannon each year, or do you actually plan?
We've got this fund and we plan for it because climate change is real, it's happening, and is going to have a potentially very serious effect onto Ireland. We're actually protecting millions and millions and millions of pounds of assets.
So when we're all passed on, people will be watching this back going, wow, that was only this high, because it could be this high. And
well, I know. I mean that's people always say, well, is it going to happen, and they're debating about it. That is just pretty rubbish. It is here. Right. The levels
controversy, I like it.
It's happening. We saw what this happens in the winter, and we're getting more and more storms that were 1 in 100 and now 1 in 20. They'll become more and more frequent over the winters as the temperatures warm.
So Fortress Isle of Man eventually?
Well, no, I mean we've got to be really careful. Like I say, it's about risk versus benefit, and we've got to really sort of protect what we do, but also retain everything that's special.
And just as an aside, people of Kirkmichael will be watching this going, what are you going to do for us? Because they've got problems, haven't they? Massive problems in Kirkmichael area.
Well, Kirkmichael is part of the plan, and I'm very keen to see that sort of move forward. Obviously, we've got to do things in the right timing, but absolutely Kirkmichael has to be part of that overall plan. As far as I see it, personally, obviously we've got to work those sort of.
That's a massive project. I mean, you can't save the whole coastline, can you?
No, you can't. You've got to look at what can and can't be done, and again, it's about about risk and reward. As I say, we have got time in Kirkmichael, but it's important that we, from my point of view, that something's done.